How's it going, hippies and Mr. Misters? It's Julie, and we just got the Gekishin Squadra talk for season 6, and there's a couple of things I want to talk about. There's a bit of a discussion to be had, but overall, I'm a bit mixed on the initial Squadra talk. Who knows how the season's going to pan out? First things first, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, Big Purple Cat. Beerus is the newest character to be added to Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, starting in season 6. Whenever the date is somewhere on the screen here. Beerus will be the first character added. He is a damage character. He's apparently like an executioner's type hero, like 18 before him. Overall, I like his kit. I like the design. I like the design so far. His super looks really freaking cool, and he has some pretty hype animations from the looks of it, right? Also to be talked about is the sub rules. No one cares about the sub rules. The vine draws. In Squeaky Hammer is finally gone, and I'm letting you know now, I cannot be happier. People have been complaining about Squeaky Hammer for 2 seasons now, so the equivalent of 4 months, about 5 months at this point, basically since Saiyan Day, right? Since a little bit before Saiyan Day, right? And Squeaky Hammer finally being gone kind of re-adds a bit of skill back into the game. Honestly, I'm so happy because sometimes I just don't need my rush attacks being taken away by a damn hammer. Sometimes I actually need my own, skills and stuff to be working. And me accidentally coming across a hammer and having that as a set timer is a bit annoying, but that's beside the point. Instead, we're going to be getting this new Burst Rush Divine Draw, which is going to give you a second vanishing step if you are within contact of a DPS or support. Or no, that was phrase. Sorry about that. And when you are in contact of an ally or enemy, I've been playing too much Overwatch. And what it does is that it allows you to burst through them to get to either, deeper into enemy lines, another character, blah blah blah, right? Couple of things about this. One, I can already see the headaches that this rule is going to cause, mainly because Gotenks exists, and I'm not saying Gotenks is good, but people run full speed Gotenks, and that little bugger is already fast as hell, and then they're gonna run full speed with limit breaking jump and everything, and giving him access to all this so that way he could just flip around, fly across the map as faster than what he already can. It's gonna be a bit of a headache. He's probably gonna be pretty decent, not saying good, but decent going into season 6. Another character I can see potentially benefiting extremely well off of that is Kefla. Much like the hyper cooldown vanishing step that happened when she debuted, or I think the season after is when that happened. It seems that it is extremely synergistic with her because of the fact that because her passive allows her to increase her vanishing step at regen her vanishing step at a accelerated pace, giving her the option to be able to weave through both enemies and allies, essentially doing damage from all sides, can be quite the pickle to run into. And tank wise, I think Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 anyways, and Bardock are gonna be pretty annoying with this one because of the fact that they have moves that force you into walls or force you into enemy territory, even more so than say somebody like Zamasu or Cell. I won't even say Cell. Cell just has the grab, right? Bulma could technically get away with it a bit more, but she already pushes you around. It's a bit odd, right? But Baby is also somebody I could see getting really good advantage off of that, because those they're all three of them have stuff that forces you in a different direction. So if you can time your dash properly with say Vegeta, you could just kick them right back into your enemy territory for an easy kill. Bardock can easily snipe go back and forth with his lariats, knocking you all over the place, even more so than he already did. And then Baby could potentially get away with, you know, using his skill 1 to just burst forward, dash forward, skill 1 to just push you back even further not allowing you to get out of range that quickly. So it's gonna be a bit of a test to see who gets the most out of that, right? I'm not the best of game analysis. That's probably something like, you know, like Abetithi, I think his name is. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And then like TGUA, like somebody like that, you know, who can do that more often. Also, a major thing that this season is doing, this Squadra Talk has mentioned, is that we're no longer going to be getting the heroes in complete reveal at the start of the Squadra Talk, right? They're now going to be like dissected amongst each Squadra Talk throughout the season, which has its negatives and positives. I'm not fully with it, but I definitely understand the reasoning and the logic behind it, mainly because it allowed for, you know, players to pick and choose their characters off rip before they even, you know, like had the seasons even started. You know, with this one, basically everybody wanted Frieza and nobody wanted Kid Goku and Bulma. I got all of them anyway because I like all the characters. They haven't really released a season where the characters are so unlikable that I did not get them. I mean, season 4 kinda, but that was just because I was like out of love with the game versus not getting them. It took me like a whole season and a half to get Super Saiyan God Vegeta, but I finally got him. But I just realized I never did a video on Kid Buu, but needless to say, they're going a fourth with only revealing them one at a time, so we're probably gonna get more Squadra Talks, which means there's a chance that we get balance patches and stuff within these Squadra Talks as well, which I think is a net benefit over just having the patch notes just be dropped, because I feel like you can like have more in-depth discussion with the patch notes and a more personable like reasoning behind it. Like if you're actually discussing it, maybe this is just me speculating, I'm hoping, but otherwise my major issue comes in with the fact that you're removing player agency for revenue sales. It's not enough for me to be like, oh, F Squadra, I'm never going to, you know, play this game again. I'm never gonna like, you know, make Squadra content again. And honestly, like, a lot of people are also the same way. There's definitely gonna be a contingent of people who are just so angry about the fact that they no longer have their player agency when it comes to choosing characters and like choosing when to log into the game, that this is going to drive some players away. But I think that the majority of people who play this game are already at a point where they're going to probably buy just whoever like launched, and they'll just wait until the end of the season or wait until the third character is revealed, which is going to hurt player numbers anyway. I think we are at a point where those who are staying, we're going to buy the characters anyway. And this does nothing but just keep the retention up, so that way, you know, you get 3 spikes of player engagement and revenue coming in versus just probably 1 to 2, because you released one character that is really hype and then 2 characters that, not that I dislike Kid Goku and Bulma, I am very much a fan of Kid Goku and Bulma, but you know, I heard a lot of people be like, Kid Goku and Bulma not for me, why do they have Frieza here, this is just gonna be a Dragon Ball season. But overall, this is just FOMO. This is what gacha games do. I feel like more people are way more pissed about the gachification of the Xenoverse skins than anything like involving the free-to-playness or lack thereof of the playable characters. But otherwise, outside of that, I think Beerus looks pretty cool, and I'm excited to see what season 6 shakes out to be because of him. You're probably gonna get like a couple of videos of me playing Beerus, because I'm not gonna lie to you, Beerus is like probably like one of my favorite things that is of Dragon Ball Super that hasn't already been added to the game. character wise, this is just a pipe dream, but I would say for like tank and support, give me Rose and Jiren. Jiren obviously on tank and Rose on support, and you know, have like a finisher be where like Rose is like doing the Kamehameha, and you know, Zamasu was like holding him down, holding the character down. That'd be really cool. Gekishin get on that. To be fair, I also want Rose to be a DPS because I just want like people to lane Zamasu and Rose together. That'd be really cool. But that's just me. That's gonna be it for the video though. Tell me who you want to be the other two characters in this season outside of Beerus. Let me know what you think about the new style of character drops and everything, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you all. Hope your beds are warm, your pillows are cold, and you have lots of warm hugs. Goodbye.